knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels, lift your knees up, come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and connect to your Ujjayi breath, your upward victorious breath. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Now just soften your knees. Slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Keep your feet hips width distance apart. Your hands 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Press your palms down. If you don't want China gel, just let me know when I come by. Modified Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Now soften the knees, heel toe the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squatting position. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearms. Squeeze in with the knees. Yogi squat. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Now place your hands on the floor. Come sit down. And just extend the legs out in front of you. Look where the knees are. Bend the knees. Place the heels where your knees were. The big toes, the heels, the knees come together. Wrap your left forearm around your shins. Take your right hand behind you, twisting over to the right. Teepee twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Wrap the right arm around the shins and exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, extend the legs out in front of you. Inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, place the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, lift the left arm up, lengthen, and exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. And you can twist to the open side. Inhale. Exhale 4, so the opposite way. Inhale. Exhale 5. No, you go that way this time. Now switch. We're going to switch, but then you're going to twist that way that they would twist. You're going to twist right. You're going to twist the opposite. Now, everybody come back to center. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Good. Now bend your left knee into your chest. Place your left foot over there. But you're going to twist right. There you go. Now you're twisting to open side. And everybody else is going to twist left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Because when you're going to want a little twist, but you just don't want to twist to the closed side as the baby gets bigger. Exhale 2. That's why. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Come back to center and extend your left leg out in front of you. Then bend your knees. Place your heels where your knees were. Take your hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. Fingers pointing toward the windows. Bring your chin into your chest. Lift your hips up into tabletop. Let your head go back. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down and come sit in Sukhasana. You can sit on blocks or blankets. Grab your chant book, and let's turn your chant book over to page 17. And we're going to chant from the Yoga Sutras today. And we're going to chant we're going to chant two different sutras. We're going to chant 15 and 28. Okay? So 3 ohms. Om. Call and response. Vastu, Vastu, Samye, Samye, Chitta, Chitta, Vedat, Vedat, Tayor, Tayor, Vibhakata, Vibhakata, Pantaha, Pantaha. Now we'll do it all the way through. Vastu, Samye, Chitta, Vedat, Tayor, Vibhakata, Pantaha. Your turn. Vastu, Samye, Chitta, Vedat, Tayor, Vibhakata, Pantaha. So we'll do the number 28 as a call and response. Hanam, Hanam, Esam, Esam, Kleshavada, Kleshavada, Uktam, Uktam, Hanam, Esam, Kleshavada, Uktam, Hanam, Esam, Kleshavada, Uktam, Om. Sometimes it's kind of cool to put two of these Yoga Sutras together and actually kind of pair them up, because what a sutra is it's just a stitch. It's not a real full sentence. It's not a full idea. So what Patanjali is doing in the Yoga Sutras is he's giving you these threads of words, and then when you put all those threads together, you end up with a piece of cloth. Right, you end up with it being woven together. So it's fine to just take one single thread and look at that and analyze the thread, but it's also kind of good to kind of see like how 2 or 3 of those threads are kind of linking together and starting to weave together. So here he says, each individual person perceives the same object in a different way according to their own state of mind and projections. Everything is empty from their own side and appears according to how you see it. So he's kind of like, the thing I do like about the Yoga Sutras is he's pretty blunt. Like Patanjali's kind of a blunt teacher, because because it's not a full sentence, he's just kind of being direct. He's like, okay, let me just get to the point here. And so he makes his point very quickly, and he's basically saying to you, if you think everybody's going to agree with you, you're wrong. You're not going to ever get 2 people to agree on something that they start out disagreeing with, because the projection from their own mind is projecting onto something that's empty, and they're seeing it different from you. But the trick is that you're a yogi and maybe they're not. So like the yogi has like been working on a sense of consciousness and higher consciousness and understanding the higher self. So he goes on to say, the greatest obstacle to one's practice is one's own prejudice based upon one's own preference. So he says, look, if you're going to be a yogi, then your job is to let down your guard a little bit and not bring your preferences to the table, and actually be able to see the other person's point of view. It's your job, not their job. They're not practicing yoga. So they don't get these teachings right yet. They're not with you. So you have to make the extra effort. You have to walk the extra mile. And he's being pretty blunt about it, right? He's being pretty direct about it. He's being really frank about it. And that's a really hard thing for us to understand, because, we want to be validated as people, right? We want everybody to see that, like, what I'm saying is really important, and what I feel it needs to be heard. And that's true to a certain point. But when you end up in situations, like, let's just take the political landscape of the country. Right? Nobody likes to talk about politics anymore, because you don't. It's always all you turn on the news. That's all you hear about. But as somebody who's is thoughtful, who's really working toward a sense of higher consciousness, you have to kind of ask yourself, why does somebody on an opposite opinion, or have an opposite opinion than you do, see the world the way that they're doing? Why are they projecting onto that? Maybe if you can understand their projection, then maybe you will have a better chance to convince them of something different, because you understand where they're coming from. If you don't understand where they're coming from, if you don't understand where their consciousness is taking them, then you're kind of fighting an uphill battle with them, because it's your projection against their projection. But if you can give them a little kindness and a little compassion and a little empathy, maybe you can kind of guide them over into seeing things your way too, and balance that out. So it's a really beautiful practical teaching. This is. It's not a teaching that's so far-fetched that it's kind of hard to grasp a hold of, right? It's a very, 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 very teaching that you can use every day in your life. Let down your own preferences and prejudices so that you can actually communicate better with others. Close up your chant book. Place them to the side. Come onto your hands and knees. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes under. Push your seat back to your heels. Lift your knees up. Come into downward facing dog again. Reconnect to your ujjayi breath, your upward victorious breath. Let's set a metronome for your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Soften your knees. Walk your feet forward and bring your feet in between your hands. A true Uttanasana now. You've done a little warm-up. Just drop your head and neck. Let your head be heavy for a minute. You can even bend your knees a little bit still if the hamstrings are a little tight. You can flubberize your lips. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Soften your knees. Slowly roll one vertebrae at a time up to a standing position. And let your shoulders roll down and back. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And just take a moment. Bring your hands together in prayer and bring to mind maybe a situation that you're in, or you're going into, or that's been ongoing, where there's a conflict that you don't see eye to eye with somebody. And you would like to resolve it. Take a moment and resolve that within yourself by letting down your own prejudices and preferences, so that you can see that other person's side of the point of view, so that you can move forward instead of staying stuck at that one place. So dedicate your practice to that person in that situation. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. On your inhale, take your prayer hand overhead. See your prayer Urdhva Hasana. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Press palms into earth or blocks. Inhale, lift the head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold. If you don't want to be assisted today, just let me know when I come around. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look past your hands. Inhale, step or jump your feet in between your hands. Exhale, fold over your straight legs. Inhale, rise up, extend your arms, see your prayer, Urdhva. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. On your inhale, take the prayer hand overhead, see the prayer, Urdhva. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen spine, prepare Urdhva. Exhale, jump, step back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Feet a little further apart. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the straight legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms, see the prayer. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. One more time like that on your own, on your inhale. Take the prayer hand overhead. And then as you finish, just come stand at the front of your mat into Dasana, mountain seat. On your inhale, hook your thumbs in front of you, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, sweep your arms behind your back, clasp your hands together in a fist, straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to feet, step right leg back to a lunge and look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come out to a plank pose, look forward. Exhale, bend elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward and up into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands and look up. Exhale, left foot forward next to right and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs in front of you, stand up, straightening the legs, arch back. Exhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to feet, step left leg back to a lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come out to a plank pose, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog, gaze at the navel. Inhale, come out to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Inhale, point toes, slide forward and up into cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward next to left and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs in front of you, stand up, straighten the legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. On your inhale, hook the thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten your arms and legs. Inhale, bend your knees, place hands down next to feet, step right leg back to a lunge. Exhale, drop down to your right knee. Inhale, hook your thumbs, reach up and arch back, crescent moon. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come out to a plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come out to a plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, pointing the toes into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to your heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, drop down to your left knee. Inhale, hook your thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, place the hands on the floor, step left foot forward next to right, and fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, hook your thumbs in front of you, stand up, straighten your legs, arch back. Exhale, bend your knees, take your arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend your knees, place hands down next to feet, step left leg back to a lunge. Exhale, drop down to the left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come out to a plank pose, look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back, chaturanga, not out to the side. There you go. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come out to a plank, elbows in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, point the toes, slide forward into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step the left foot forward in between hands. Exhale, drop down to the right knee. Inhale, hook your thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, place hands on the floor, step right foot forward next to the left, and fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, hook your thumbs in front of you, stand up, straighten your legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On your inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, place hands on floor, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga, elbows in toward the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog, good. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, step right foot forward, turn left heel down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, turn right heel down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hold. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, push your chest back toward the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look past your hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over your straight legs. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, come stand up to Tadasana, mountain seat. Good. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, bring your hands together in prayer and then twist over to the right. Bring the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. And as you twist, try to pull your left hip crease back toward the mirrored wall. So notice if your left knee is in front of your right knee. So that's how you do that. Now pull your left hip back there. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Then exhale, place hands on floor, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer, twist left, right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Then look at the knees, see if the right knee is in front of the left. Pull the right hip crease back as you twist. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, place hands on floor, then extend your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, soften your knees, heel toe your feet, hips width distance apart. The measurement of 2 fists. Just 2 fists. You should be able to ball up 2 fists, put them side by side, and put them in between your big toes. There you go. Now, soften your knees enough that you can slide your index finger and your middle finger through your big toe and your second toe. And then take your thumb and hold on to your big toenail. Then lift your head and chest. Look up toward the windows and straighten your legs. Like lift up at the sit bone so you're engaging the hamstrings. Then exhale, fold forward and bend your elbows out to the side. Now, as you bend the elbows out to the side, pull your chest towards your thighs. Breathe into the back of the body. Inhale. Let the back of the ribs open up now. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now soften your knees and lift the front of your feet up. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Bring your toes all the way to your wrist crease. So you're standing on your hands. Now you got to bend your knees a lot to get your full palm underneath there. There you go. Look how, there you go. Now, once your toes are at your wrist crease, straighten your legs. Then lift your head and chest, look up, shift a little more weight into the front of the foot, and then exhale, fold forward, bend the elbows out to the side, and use your arms to pull yourself towards your thighs, but keep your legs extended, and open up those hamstrings. I know, like it's burning, right? I was like, oh my God. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Soften your knees. Release your hands out from underneath your feet. Place your hands on the floor. Then heel toe your feet together to the big toes and heels touch again. Then exhale, fold over your legs completely. Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees. Utkatasana, awkward chair. And exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. So as it gets colder, your hamstrings are going to get tighter. So that's a good one to do every day now. On your inhale, take your prayer hand overhead, see your prayer, Urdhva. Exhale, fold over your straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your head and chest, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, come out to a plank pose, and exhale, drop down to your knees for a second. So from what we're going to do for a moment is we're going to do some wrist work, okay? And that wrist work is also going to help you a little bit with chaturanga. So what I want you to do is take your fingers, turn them out to the side, then turn your fingers back toward your knees. So all of a sudden you feel the front of your forearms really open up and the front of the wrist crease open up. Do you feel that? Now the key here is the closer that I bring my knees toward my hands, the easier this is. So you walk your knees forward a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to bend my elbows straight back and do kind of like a push-up or a chaturanga. I'm going to bend my elbows back toward the wall behind me. And then I'm going to come up. So you're going to do that. On your exhale, bend your elbows and come down to you're going to move your chest a little forward as you do that. And then you're going to lift back up. Isn't that fun? Woo! And then, that's changing your perception. Say, oh my God, this is so fun, right? This isn't painful. This is fun, right? And change your perception, right? Now, move your knees back just a little bit. Okay, and then here again, as you bend your elbows, notice that your elbows are going straight back towards your ribs. Then come up. You don't have to go all the way down. Just like a chaturanga, you don't have to touch the ground. Just kind of bend into it. You're opening up the wrist crease. You really feel the wrist crease open. Good, good, good. You have to lean forward a little bit. You will lean forward a little bit. As you keep walking your knees back, you're not going to lean back as much. Walk your knees back a little more. Walk your knees back a little bit behind your hips. Now notice how as you do this, you're going to come straight down like a chaturanga. Then come back up. Then do one more time. Then come back up. Then come back up. Now extend both your legs into a plank. Now move forward. Now bend your elbows, chaturanga. Now flip your feet, upward dog. Then take your toes back, downward dog. And hold for a second. Good. Then come out to a plank and drop down to your knees. Good. Turn your fingers out to the side. Then turn your fingers forward and then bring your hands together. And then do a little Madonna Vogue move here. Rolling your wrist out. Now, you can even, I like this one too, you can take a hold of your wrist, squeeze it, Move your hand. Do circles. Do circles. Now, with your fingers back, did you notice how your elbows always were by your ribs? But it also really opened up your wrists. So if chaturanga is difficult on your wrist, you may want to open up the carpal a little bit in the wrist. Now, this time, what I want you to do is I want you to place your hands on the floor, but I want you to turn your fingers slightly out. So that you actually, if you look at your index finger and your thumb, you see a J shape. You see two inverted J's, okay? And then I want you to turn the eye of your elbow to track down your thumb. Now, when I was watching people do Surya Namaskars, I noticed a lot of people kind of doing chaturangas as if it was a military push-up, meaning the elbows were coming out to the side, which means you're putting all the weight of your body into the rotator cuff of the shoulder, which over time is terrible. Now to step back to a plank. Now move forward onto your tiptoes. Now bend your elbows into your ribs, chaturanga. Then roll over on the top of your feet and lift up, upward facing dog. And then lift your hips up. Go back, downward facing dog. Let me see you do it, and I won't do it with you. Come out to a plank pose, look forward. Your fingers are slightly turned out. Bend your elbows straight back toward the wall behind you. Then flip your feet, come up upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left heel down, come up warrior one. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior two. Inhale, extend your right leg, reach forward toward the windows, place your right hand on your right shin, then lift your left arm up, gaze at your left thumb, triangle. Inhale. Exhale, one. Try to pull your shoulders back toward the wall behind you. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Good. Inhale, lift the torso up. Arms are parallel to the earth. Exhale, reverse the triangle. Take the left hand down the left thigh. Gaze into the right palm. Exhale, bend your right knee. Reversed warrior. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, extend your right leg. Keep your left hand where it is, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your right knee. Place your right hand outside your right foot. Inhale, extend your left arm alongside your left ear. Extended angle. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, place your left hand down. Turn your left heel to face the ceiling. Exhale, drop down to your left knee. Move your left knee behind your left hip. Inhale, lift your torso up and place your hands on your right thigh. Now, a lot of times we'll interlace our hands together, but what I want you to notice is when we interlace the fingers together, notice how my shoulders are rolling in. So what I want you to do is actually put your hands on your thigh with your fingertips kind of pointing toward each other and roll the shoulders back and then drop down into your left quadricep, opening up the front of your left thigh without rolling the shoulders in and like bowing open the back of the back, okay? So like keep the chest open in the back bend slightly. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, just gently place your hands on the floor, framing your right foot. Tuck your left toes under. Exhale, extend both your legs. Move your left heel forward until your left foot is flat on the floor. And then exhale, fold forward over your legs, Parvottanasana. I'll get you there, I promise. I promise. Exhale, we're still warming up those hamstrings. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, lift your head and chest up. And then exhale, just soften your right knee, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come out to a plank pose. Look forward. Move forward a little bit onto the tiptoes. Bend your elbows back, chaturanga, back toward the wall behind you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Move forward and up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, step the left foot forward. Turn the right heel down. Come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend. Reach forward toward the left. Place the left hand on the left shin. Raise the right arm up. Gaze at the right thumb, triangle. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift the torso up. Arms are parallel to the earth. Exhale, bend. Reverse the warrior. Reverse the triangle. Take the right hand down the right thigh. And then exhale, bend your left knee. Reversed warrior. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, extend your left leg, reverse triangle again. Then exhale, bend your left knee, place your left hand down outside your left foot. Inhale, extend your right arm alongside your right ear, extended angle A. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Try not to collapse on the inner right thigh. Inhale, lift the hip up a little bit. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, just place your right hand down. Turn your right heel to face the ceiling and drop down to your right knee. Move your right knee back behind your right hip. Lift your torso up. Place your hands on your left thigh without rounding the shoulders toward each other. And then just allow your right quadricep to drop down, opening up the front of the right thigh. You can move your left foot forward a little bit so that there's actually more in the girdle of the hips is opening up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now just lift the torso up a little bit. Place the hands on the floor, framing your left foot. Tuck your right toes under, extend both your legs, and move your right foot forward. Then lift your head and chest. You're still in a straddle, but you're grounded. And then exhale, fold forward, Parvottanasana. Opening up the hamstrings a little more. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest. And then exhale, soften the left knee, step back, downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, come out to a plank pose, look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows straight back, chaturanga. Keep the hips up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, come out to a plank pose. And exhale, drop down to your knees for a moment. Now, bend your elbows, place your forearms on the ground. Good. Now, once your forearms are on the ground, try to place your palms flat. If your elbows are moving toward each other or your hands are moving toward each other, that's okay. You just want to be stable in the shoulders. Now, tuck your toes under, lift your knees up, and walk your feet back, coming back into a forearm plank. First, just come into a forearm plank. Now, as you're in a forearm plank, try to tuck your tailbone under and lengthen and look up toward the windows. So you're trying to create as straight a line as you can, and you're trying to really activate the abdomen so that you're not sinking into the hips and you're lengthening through the tailbone. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now lift your hips up and walk your feet forward, coming into a dolphin. Now, once you're in dolphin, look up towards your fingernails. So you're like in a down dog, but your forearms are on the ground. Okay? And you're going to lift your hips up a little bit. Good. Now, lift your right leg up. And keep your right leg extended. And push through your right heel. And you want to try to keep both your shoulders even. Walk your left foot forward. Walk your left foot forward. There. Now, lift your right leg up. Straighten this leg. Keep the forearms on the ground. Exhale, 2. Good. That's better. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, gently place your right foot on the floor. Now, lift your left leg up. You got a left side to do. Then, push through your left heel. Keep your left leg lightning rod straight. Exhale, 1. Lift your hips up evenly, extending your right leg. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, inhale, just place your left foot on the floor. And then exhale, lift your elbows up. Place your hands where your elbows were, downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, come out to a plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look past your hands. Inhale, jump your feet out as wide as your mat. Grab the front corners of your mat. On your inhale, lift your mat up. Come stand up with your mat. Go to the wall. Bring all your props, everything to the wall. So bring your blocks, your blankets, everything. Everything. Okay. And you're going to want to put the short end of your mat against the wall. I'm sorry. Okay. So, a lot of wrist opening stuff, a lot of shoulder openers. So we're going to work on a couple of bird asanas today. We're going to work on Pinchamayasana, which means peacock feather. And then we're going to work on Mayurasana, which means just a plain old peacock, right? So you get the feather and you get the bird itself. First, let's work a little bit more with like Pinchamayurasana, which is an inversion, but there's a great deal of shoulder opening to it too. If the shoulders are tight, it's really, really difficult to stay in Pinchamayurasana. So what I want you to do is I want you, Amy, can you demo for me? Amy's going to come onto, guys, come over here real quick. Everybody come over here. So Amy's going to come on to her hands and knees with her feet against the wall. And this is going to measure out her down dog, really. And when she's going to come into a shorter down dog because her feet are on the wall. But, well, hold on one moment. But she's going to come into like a dolphin, really. So it's a down dog dolphin kind of situation. So she's going to bend her elbows and she's going to put her forearms on the ground. Now she's going to lift her hips up and do what you just did. But then she's going to step her right foot on the wall. And then she's going to step her left foot on the wall. Now, this is basically Pinchamayurasana, except she has not lifted her feet up in the air. But from here, she can lift her right leg up. And she can get or try to find that line of energy from her ankle to her shoulder. Then she can switch legs. Good. And then she can put her left foot on the wall and then come down. Now everybody try that. So come onto your hands and knees with your feet against the wall. Your hands underneath your shoulders. It may seem a little tight at first, but that's opening up the shoulders. If you walk your hands too much further beyond your shoulders, you're going to actually not open up the shoulders. Then bend your elbows. Put your elbows where your hands are. Then lift your knees up, and then step one foot on the wall, and then step the other foot on the wall. And then just push into the wall with your legs and move your hips forward. Good. Now look at your fingertips instead of back at the wall. There is a version where you look through your shoulders, but I actually want you to still remain looking at your fingertips. Then you're going to lift your right leg up, kind of find that one line of energy, feel what it feels like. Good. And then switched. Good. Good. And then come down and rest in a child's pose. Good. It does open up the shoulders. Right. Jammed in. It gets chunky, crunchy. All right. How does that feel to everybody? Hard. Okay. Change your perspective. This is fun. This is fun. So now, what we're going to do another version, but we're going to partner each other. Okay? So, Sally, do you mind demoing for me? So, Sally can move. I want Sally to actually turn around and face the wall. Everybody come over here real quick. Sally can face the wall. And she's going to do the same thing. She's going to put her forearms on the ground. Yeah, you can use the belt. I don't mean... She just asked if she could use the belt. The belt is really good if you know you have tight shoulders, and when you come on with your forearms on the ground and your elbows start going out to the side, the belt kind of keeps everything in. Okay? So that's a good way to kind of keep everything in. Now, Sally, tuck your toes under, lift your knees up. Now, I'm going to spot her. So what she's going to do is she's going to lift her right leg up, and she's going to put her right foot in the middle of my sternum. And I'm going to push into her foot, and she's going to push into my sternum. Then she's going to lift her left leg up and just bring it straight up. Then all I have to do is lift her right foot up and bring her legs together. And I just am going to take her ankles and I'm going to lift her up. I'm actually going to take her heels and lift her up a little bit and help her find the balance. Okay? And then to come down, I'm just going to put my hand at her hip, and she's going to come down without crashing. Okay? So find a partner. Does any questions how I did that? Okay, you want to do it again? Okay. Sally, can you do it again? Now, she's going to lift her foot up. I'm going to put her foot in my sternum, right under my rib cage. And I'm going to push. I'm going to give her some pressure so she can lift her left leg up. Then I'm just going to lift her right foot up, and I'm going to walk to the side, and I'm going to hold onto her ankles. And I'm going to take my two fingers and put it right at her heel. And if I lift her heel up, she'll lift up a little higher. Then to come down, I'm just going to put my hand at her waistband of her pants and let her come down gracefully. Okay? All right. Stephen, I'm going to be your partner. Okay. So, well, we'll see how far we can get. Now, come down onto your hands and knees. And tuck your toes under. Now, Stephen, lift your right leg up. And put your right foot in my chest. Now, lift your left leg up. There you go. Good guy. Now I'm going to lift your right leg up. Good for you. Now look forward. Good for you. And then just to come down gently. Good for you. Yeah. Keeps you from flailing out. Yeah. Now look forward. So watch what I did. Can you do that again? So watch how I spot, because I step to the side.
Okay.
Because you don't want to get kicked in the face. No. Yeah, right. Yeah. So lift your foot up and put it in my sternum. Now lift your other leg up. Now watch what I did. I just took her leg and I went to the side. Because you don't want to be... And that way you can just hold her and she'll come down. You know. So if you're standing behind her, you're either going to push her that way. Right. You don't want... Your sisters, right? No. You guys look alike. Oh, okay. So here again, Amy, you may want to step to the side. So if you're not really pushing her into the wall, and then if she comes crashing down, she won't land on you. Then for her to come down, do you want to come down? Okay, I'm just going to come here and just come down. Good, Sally. Good. 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 All right. And did everybody get a chance? All right. Good. How did that... Good. Now hold on. Okay. So how was it to really, how did it feel to help somebody else do that? It was easier, but were you able to kind of like tap into what they were feeling? And like, and so that's, yoga assist, like when we do these group things of yoga assist and helping each other as students, it's actually to get you to empathize with the other person and feel what they're feeling and acknowledge what they're feeling. A lot of times, you go to a lot of studios and everybody's just on their own mat. They're like not really connecting. But when you have to help somebody, you have to connect with them. You have to become a little more aware. And so that's why it's so powerful to help somebody else. And then you do it. And you experience that same kind of like thing that they experience, that maybe fear or panic or like and it helps everybody come together, Now I want you to give a shot at Pincha Mayurasana by yourself. Okay? So you can come onto your mat. You can use the wall as a prop. You can face the wall. Put a block against the wall if you want to, or use a belt for a harness. Kick up into the wall. If you want to try it in the middle of the front of the mat, into the middle of the room, you can try Pincha Mayurasana at the front of your mat. But I want you to now experience it on your own. Okay? You look towards your block. So you look towards your block. Don't look back. There are options where you go into a Pincha Mayurasana and you look through your arms and you actually take your head through. Those go into that goes into a back bend though. That it doesn't. You're going into a back bend there, and that would be the transition. You would actually come all the way over and put your feet on the ground and over your head. But so that's why at first you want to find that lengthening. So take your thumb and put one thumb on the back side of the block. Now get your elbows a little closer together, because then lift your hips up. Now lift one leg up. Keep this leg really straight. Here again, you can even do what we did before. Now lift your other leg up. Now lift everything up and find the wall. Good. Now lift your head up. Look up, lift your head off the block. Good. That's okay. So as you push, you got to lift your head up a little bit and look up. Okay? But you don't want to put your head down, so you don't want to collapse in your shoulders. If you're putting your head down, you're letting the shoulder, you're not pushing away with the shoulders. Yeah. All right. So, now, good everybody. Good. Now from here, like you did the feather, let's like work a little bit on the full peacock. And I'm going to tell you, peacock is has always been one of those asanas that fascinates me, but it's one of those that I find, like, you know, I have to keep saying to myself, isn't this fun? This is fun. No, it's really fun. And I did bring everybody a belt. For peacock, I like using a belt. So if you take a belt and you want to actually make it smaller than your chest, and I consider your chest going from arm's eye to arm's eye of your shirt. So in other words, you want it a little bit in from your arm's eye of your shirt, a little smaller, so that when you bring your arms through it, you're bringing your elbows a little closer together. Okay? Okay. So Stephen, you can bring that in a lot more. Yeah. A lot more. Because what you want in peacock is you want to be able to get your elbows into the soft part underneath your rib cage, underneath your floating ribs. So if I bring my elbows together and I kind of round my back a little bit, I should be able to get those elbows right in between those two ribs. So I would say belt a little tighter, belt much tighter. Belt looks probably a little bit, this is hair tighter maybe, but okay. Little too high, bring the belt a little more on the elbows and bring it tighter. Little tighter, bring the belt a little tighter. Amy, that looks good. Dawn, bring the belt a little tighter. Sally, just a little tighter. Now, the cool thing is to actually use the wall. And how we're going to work on this is you're going to take a block. You're going to come onto your hands and knees with your 2 feet on the wall. Now, with the block, I'm going to move the block back. Notice how I'm like rounding the back already? And I may have to make some adjustments because of the wall, because really what I want to end up doing is moving forward and extending my legs. So I'm rounding the back, I'm getting the elbows into the gut, and then I'm lifting the feet up and putting the feet on the wall, and I'm looking up. So I'm finding that line of like a peacock with its long tail feathers sticking out, and it's gazing up, and it's on those 2 little legs. Okay? So you're going to hold the block like that. And you, like I said, you have to kind of make a little adjustments. You're going to have to like move the block forward, and you're going to round your upper back and get the elbows right in your gut. And then you're going to extend one leg and get 1 foot on the wall, and then extend the other leg and look up, lift your head up. And then as you lift your head up, you're going to imagine that you're a peacock standing in a garden with your tail feathers lengthening back in the garden, right? Good. 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 Lift your head, Sally, just a little. Stephen, bend your elbows. You got to bend your elbows, Stephen. You can't have straight arms. You got to bend your elbows and get your elbows against your belly. You're holding it like this, but you got to get the elbows bent back, and you got to get the elbows right against the abdomen. So you're in a chaturanga arms. Your arms are like chaturanga. Yeah. 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 Good. Good. Now, so how did everybody feel doing that? It's kind of cool, right? So now I want you to do it the opposite way. I want you to spin around, face the wall. Put the top of your head against the wall. Like right where you would, right the center. Not your forehead, but the top of your head, okay? And then walk your feet back. But you're going to keep that pressure in the top of your head. And then as you walk your legs back, Amy, first take your feet out as wide as your mat. Now, really push into the wall. Now, lift one foot off the block. Now, lift the other foot up. Lift the other foot. Just lift it. There you go. And push into the wall. Good. Good. And come down. Yay. So push the top of your head into the wall. I'm going to come over here. Get your head nailed against the wall. Act like there's a nail through your head and you're nailed into the wall. Now, walk your feet back. Open your legs up and take your feet out as wide as your mat first. Put your foot in this. And now lengthen through your tailbone instead of hiking your tailbone up. Now lift one foot up. Now lift the other foot up. Lift the other foot up and push your head into the wall. Good for you. And come down. All right. All right. That's fine. All right. So they're these are so so what I find is that if you work on Mayur Asana these two ways, then turning the fingers around to face your knees like we did in that warm-up, it's not so brutal. But when you turn your hands around, unless the carpal is really opened up and you have really open front of the wrist, Mayurasana to come like this and to get your hands together is brutal. So this is a great way to work on it and start to get that balance and understand how to activate the core to lift everything up. Okay? So you can play around with that at home, right? Until the point where the opinion about it or the preference or the prejudice just dissolves into nothing, right? That's what yoga is about, to the point where you just do it and you just experience it. And each time you experience it, it's an experience that you let go of. You're a witness to it. Come and sit down with your legs toward the wall and your feet on the wall. And press your feet into the wall. Take your hands by your hips, set up nice and tall, squeeze your legs together, and then exhale, fold forward, and slide your index finger and your middle finger through your big toe and your second toe. So you're holding on to your big toe like you did in that warm-up, and then lift your head and chest, make a little more length in the spine, and then exhale, fold forward again, bend your elbows out to the side. Paschimottanasana B. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Good. Inhale, lift your head and chest up. And exhale, hands by the hips, Dhanasana, staff seat. On your inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, open up the right knee. Place the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Push the left foot into the wall. Twist torso over the left leg. Exhale, fold forward, Janu Shirshasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest up as you lift the right knee up. And exhale, extend the right leg out in front of you. Inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Exhale, open up the left knee. Place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Flex, push the right foot into the wall. And then exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now inhale, lift your head and chest up as you lift your left knee up, and exhale, extend your left leg out in front of you. Good. Now bend both your knees, place the feet on the floor, hips width distance apart. Then take your hands behind you, 8 to 10 inches, fingers pointing toward the wall in front of you. Bring your chin to your chest. Exhale, let your head go back. Tabletop a second time, just decompressing the spine. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Good. And then lay down on your abdomen with your feet against the wall, looking in toward the middle of the room. So bring your hands by your chest, your elbows close to your ribs, and walk yourself back so that the ball of your foot is above that cream-colored rubber molding on the wall. And you're pressing the ball of the foot into the wall. Then just bring your forehead to the floor. Let your neck relax. Reach your arms back toward the wall behind you and lift your shoulders away from the floor. Then lift your head and chest. And then gaze down the tip of your nose, but keep pushing the ball of the foot into the wall. Shalabhasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Really activate the quads as you do that. Exhale, 3. Feel the quads activate as you push. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down and just relax. Rock out your hips. Bring the forehead to the floor, bend your knees, reach back, grab your ankles. Bring your knees a little closer together. Bring your big toes to touch. On your inhale, kick your feet into your hands and try to touch your big toes onto the wall behind you by kicking the feet back. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down and relax. Let's do that one more time. Bend your knees. Reach back, grab your ankles. And on your inhale, lift up, kicking your feet into your hands. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, release. Turn your cheek to the opposite side, rock out your hips. Right. Okay, sure. Spasm, yep, okay. Bring your hands by your chest, your elbows close to your ribs. On your inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your heels will be on the wall. Just leave your heels on the wall. You'll be in a short down dog. On your inhale, come out to a plank. And exhale, drop down to your knees. Lift your torso up and spin yourself around facing the wall. Yep. Now, from here, you can take a blanket, place a blanket against the wall with the folded edge against the wall, and you can kneel down, and I want you to get your thighs, your pubic bone, your abdomen, and your chest against the wall. Okay. Tuck your toes under so your heels are pointing up toward the ceiling. Now, keep your hands right at your sacrum. So get your hands at your sacrum and try to get your elbows closer together. Now with your thumbs, push your pubic bone into the wall. Don't let your pubic bone leave the wall. Now you have choices here. If you have a lower back problem, or keep your hands on your back. Start to push your pubic bone in the wall, arch back, moving your chest toward the middle of the room. Reach back, place your hands on your heels or keep your hands on your lower back. Try not to twist as you do that, but keep pushing the pubic bone forward. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Good, everybody. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, just lift up, leading with both shoulders, and just come sit down on your heels. Relax for a minute. Good. So that's always a really cool way to do rabbit or camel. It really keeps you understanding how you're pushing forward into something as you arch back without letting it all become about like just throwing the back out and twisting. It keeps everything in line. From here, so remember when we did Pinchamayurasana? So the beautiful thing about the asanas is they always lead one thing into another, and so you start out with this one forearm stand that's called Pinchamayurasana, which is a peacock feather, and then that peacock feather turns into a scorpion, right? Right the opposite, and kind of like what you're kind of thinking that was. Even the metaphor of what the name is, it changes. So everybody just move away from the wall a little bit, and can I use your mat? And everybody, you guys can come over here. And so what we're going to do is scorpion. I like to use the wall for scorpion because it also gives you kind of it tells you what your body is doing, like how far are you from the wall or whatever. And you're going to come a good, 12, 14 inches away from the wall. It's not right on the wall anymore. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to come into a dolphin. You're going to lift one leg up. You're going to kick up, find the wall, and then push into your forearms and move your shoulders away from the floor. Then you're going to bend your knees and put the tops of the toes on the floor, on the wall, and then push into your forearms and look up and come into the shape of a scorpion. Now try to squeeze your legs together a little bit and lift up through your thighs. And then when you're done, you're going to just come down. Okay? So, so you went from peacock to scorpion, right? The opposite. Now the cool thing is if you get your toes on the wall, you can start to really walk your toes toward the floor. So bend your knees, put your toes, tops of your feet on the wall. Tops of the feet. So tuck your toes under and put your toes on the wall. Now put your toes on the wall. Put the top of your foot on the wall. There you go. Like a little stinger of a scorpion. Good. Good. And then lift your legs up. And then gently come down. Good. Good. Now, pick a leg. We're gonna come up. You're gonna come up. Lift up. You may be a little far away. Come up a little closer. Now, when you lift this leg up, lift your legs. When you lift your leg up, keep it lightning rod straight. So don't bend it. This stays straight, just like when you was pushing into my chest. Then kick up with your other leg, and then lift everything up. Good. Now keep your forearms down. Bend your knees and put your toes on the wall. That's all you have to do today. Good. Now come down. Good. You did it. You did it. Good for you. All right. Did everybody have a little chance to play around with that back bend? Good. Shoulder. Okay. Good. Now come lay down on your back. And you can lay down on your back with your head toward the wall. Okay? Bend your knees. You should be able to tickle your heels with your fingertips on your inhale. Lift your hips, lower your middle back. You can hold onto the mat, or you can clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you for just a half bridge. Exhale 1. You can also put a block underneath your sacrum. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Now just gently release your hands. Come down, or you can stay with a block underneath your sacrum. If you're moving forward into upward bows, move yourself back toward the wall so your head is against the wall. Or you can also place blocks against the wall. If you have, if you would like to, you can just place your hands on the floor with your wrist crease against the wall and your forearms against the wall. Does that make sense? So move your head back toward the wall. So your head is touching the wall. You can place blocks on either side of your head, or you can place your hands on the floor with your elbows pointing up toward the ceiling, palms flat on the floor, and your wrist crease against the wall. Then try to keep your elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Notice how they're already wanting to go out to the side wall like you're doing in chaturanga. Start pulling those elbows together. On your inhale, lift everything off the floor. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Good. Exhale 1. Good. Now lift up through here. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Good. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your chin into your chest. Come down the upper, the middle, or lower back. Now, I'm going to give you a secret. This is an ancient yogic secret. Don't tell it to anybody else. Breathe. You are as red as a beet. Second one, place your hands by your ears or come into half bridge on your inhale. Lift everything up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest, your upper, your middle, your lower back. Good. Just take your feet out as wide as your mat. Windshield wipe your knees back and forth a bit. Last one, hands and feet in place. On your inhale, lift everything up. Exhale 1. Inhale, good Sally. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest, the upper, the middle, the lower back. Woo! And then bend your knees into your chest. Give your knees a hug. You can make little circles on your sacrum, rocking from left to right, right to left. Now, any variation of a twist you wish to experience, bring your knees over to the left, extend your right arm out, gazing over your right shoulder, twisting to the right. Then come back to center. Bring the knees over to the right. Extend the left arm out, twisting left. Then come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Happy baby. Just bring your feet toward the ceiling. Hold on to the outside of your feet. Pull your knees into your armpits. The knees come apart. You can make little circles on your sacrum if that feels good, rocking from left to right, right to left. And then bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. And then just gently rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back. Come up to a seated position. And let's set up for Viparina Karani. So you're going to take a blanket, and you're going to place a blanket. It depends on how tall you are, I find. I have to place it about that far, about a hand's way away. And then you're going to set on the side of the blanket, roll over into the middle of your mat, and take your legs up the wall with your sacrum dropping into that little space between the blanket and the wall. So that rolled edge of the blanket is about 4 to 6 inches away. Some people like it right against the wall. That's perfectly fine too. I find that it's nice if the sacrum just kind of drops, the hips kind of drop a little bit into it. And then you're just going to bring your legs up the wall. Sometimes this is also called waterfall. Some schools call it waterfall, or legs up the wall. But it's actually a mudra. This is not, it's a seal. It's mudras are seals, and so it's an energetic seal. It's not an asana. And there's a nice meditation that goes along with it. So if you can take your left hand to your abdomen and your right hand to the middle of your chest. And I want you to imagine that there's this red hot liquid at your navel. On your inhale, pull it up to your throat. Watch it turn a cool shade of blue. And exhale that cool liquid from the crown of the head. See the red hot liquid at your navel. On your inhale, pull it up to your throat. Watch it turn a cool shade of blue. Exhale that cool liquid from the crown of the head. See the red hot liquid at your navel. On your inhale, pull it up to your throat. Watch it turn a cool shade of blue. And exhale that cool liquid from the crown of the head. Now just continue that on your own. Seeing the red hot liquid at your navel. On your inhale, pull it up to your throat. Watch it turn a cool shade of blue. And exhale that cool liquid from the crown of the head. And then bend your knees, place your feet on the wall, and then open up your knees, bring your feet together in a prayer position. And just gently take the hands to the inner thighs and rotate the thighs outwardly, opening up the inner hips for a second. Then gently bring your knees together. Wrap your arms around your shins. Roll over to the left side, making sure you don't run into anything. And press your right palm into the earth. Lift your torso up. Move away from the wall, preparing for Shavasana, corpse seat. So come lay down on your back. You want your head away from the wall, your toes away from the wall. You can place a blanket underneath your knees if the lower back is tender. You can also place a blanket on top of you if you're a little cool. Let your palms move away from each other. Your palms face upward. Let your feet move away from each other. Let your breath breathe the body. Relax at the pelvic floor. Coming into a corpse.